Chase, what's up, buddy? LTRs?
Yeah. Hey, Rich. How's it going?
Good.
This is actually one of my first times calling in, so thanks for having me.
All
I
right. What do you
actually
got
just
for me
finished
tonight?
your book the other night. Great read. I've also read like The Art of Seduction, a bunch of stuff by Mark Manson.
Okay.
25 years old, live in like the southern U.S., and really
Okay.
wanted to get your thoughts on LTRs and if they really kind of make sense for someone that's 25. And reason I'm not sharing my video, I would love to share numbers about income, height, all that stuff, just to kind of give you an idea of where I'm at and what I should be looking for in this point in my life.
So you're 25. Why are you asking about a long-term relationship? Because the general advice that I've always given is if you're in your 20s, you should be building your life up, setting the foundation for yourself. LTR, unless it's a real good compliment to your life, should probably generally just be avoided, for the most part.
Yeah, because like my whole thing is like I used to live in New York City and was very much so into one night stands,
Mm,
hookups, very short term things, and I did that for like 3 or 4 years. I used to DJ up there, and and with that comes the status, and so you get a lot of attention doing that. And
hmm
don't get me wrong, I definitely had my fun doing that. My challenge with that is that it's just I don't know, it just got old and tiring for me. I don't really know how else to say it.
How
I've only
much
really had
how much money did you make last year?
so last year just over six figures.
Okay.
This year I'll do somewhere between 125 and 150 in total comp.
Okay. So you're off to a good start. Is that going to multiply so you can get into seven figures in the next 5 to 10 years?
Um, I work in tech, right? And so if I did work for one of the big tech companies, I could see, north of 400K total comp, maybe to 750 total comp.
Okay.
If I did pivot and go that route within the next 5 to 10 years,
You
or
want to
do the
have children?
entrepreneurship route. No children, not necessarily a priority for me at this point, but I'm not
Okay.
opposed to it.
Are you open to children in the future?
Open to it, yep, but definitely not a priority.
So, look, I mean, if you want to start dealing with long-term relationships, it sounds like you've had some short terms. So you should have your head around what women typically respond to. You've read some good books. You've obviously followed my channel, so that's a good choice. Have you read my book?
Yep. I actually just finished it the other day.
Cool. Um, by the way, do me a solid. If you got value out of the book, I'm saying this to everybody, please go to Amazon and leave a review and just let guys know what you got out of it. Um, you don't need anybody's permission to get into a long-term relationship with a woman. The thing that you have to do, though, is that if you're going to invite a woman into your life on a long-term basis and you're going to introduce her to family and you're going to do things with her and hang out and take vacations and stuff like that, you want to make sure she's a good complement to your life. So it's not that much different from dating or doing anything short term. It's just, okay, now you're going to be open to the idea of, is this the kind of chick that can take care of me if I get sick? Is this the kind of chick that I can, when she's coming over, I've had a busy day, I'm chasing excellence, putting a dent in the universe, and my dry cleaning needs to get picked up, and I can get her to grab it for me on the way over, sort of thing. Is this the kind of woman that's going to add some value to my life and be a compliment to it, sort of thing? And if kids are something that you might look at later on down the road, are you going to, turn it into mother stock sort of stuff? So it's just vetting. It's just dating. So you're going to date a few of them simultaneously. You're going to see what they're made of. You're going to see how they respond to your boundaries. You're going to see how they deal with the word no. You're going to see what they use their social media for, whether they use it to solicit attention or if they're completely private or not even on social media. You're going to see how they deal with, I like you, Becky, but I don't date women or I don't take women seriously that go to Vegas for, weekends and girls' nights out and, stuff like that. So these are all the things that you kind of have to put yourself through because that's what it takes to get into an LTR, really, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. One thing that I look for, and I know you mentioned this in your book, and you've talked a lot about it on your channel, is the boss girl, right? The
Yeah.
boss at work. And for
Mm,
whatever reason, I don't know why, but I'm very much so attracted to that type of woman, someone that
mm.
has her career together, someone who is in, um, in a field like
Have you ever
medicine,
dated one of
law.
these boss girls?
Uh, about 3 months, I dated one of these boss women. Just
Yeah.
got out of it. I'm actually going on dates with another woman, kind of in the same field, in the
Yeah.
med field.
Why did it not work out with the boss girl that you dated for 3 months?
Yeah, so basically betaization. She was
Mm.
one of the most intelligent people in their 20s I've ever met. Got betatized, tried to put my foot down, and she wasn't having it, and so we went our separate ways.
Yeah, you're gonna get that, man. I get it. Like I was the same in my 20s, and I'll tell you now, at my age, I don't want bullshit. When I come home, I don't want to deal with, you know, I'm cooler than you, or I can compete against you. I'm not dealing with that. So it gets old after a while. Like my ex-wife was a lawyer, and I dated a lot of really successful women. Um, you know, around that time too. Like I dated a professional opera singer, I dated accountants, I dated dentists, like people with professional designations, and it's always the same. They want a strong, virtuous man. They want a man that can lead. They want a competent guy. They're generally looking for their equal, right? But they also end up trying to run you. And I don't think they do it intentionally. And not all of them will do this, but a lot of them do. But they try to run you. They try to tell you how to do everything in your life and in your household, and that gets old pretty quick. And if you try to put your foot down, a lot of them don't like it, so you're going to find yourself churning through a lot of these boss gals, right? So it's just a numbers game again. I mean, if you're attracted to the boss girl that's got her shit together, the cool thing about that, there is an advantage to it, because if you get involved with a woman and you decide to have kids with her and she's got her life sorted, she's 32, something like that. Like, don't wait till later on in life. Like, if you want to have kids, do it with a woman that's younger. Obviously, I've talked about this before, but if she's willing to enter your frame and she's got her money sorted and she takes a couple years off to have the kids, she's probably not going to be that big of an issue as far as dealing with your assets if you have to untie the knot, because she's going to be making about the same money as you.
I agree, and that's actually one of the things that I find most attractive about dating someone like that, is it from the divorce perspective, right?
Yeah, but that's not an attractive quality in women, that you're not going to get fucked when you get divorced, is it though? Like, that's not a truthful, attractive quality that most men find in women. It's like, oh, she's got her life sorted and she's good looking, and I probably won't get fucked if I get divorced because we make about the same money. Like, that's not what you're looking at. Like, you're not attracted to that. You just like the idea that it's a bit of a security blanket if you have to untie the knot, right?
No, that's a good point.
So just look, man, like at the end of the day, if you've had your fun, you've been the player, like you figured out what women are about, you know what you will and won't tolerate. It's just a numbers game, for guys. It's just, play the numbers, date a few women simultaneously, let the cream rise to the top. And if, the cream rises to the top and she's like, Chase, where do we stand? We've been dating for a few months, whatever. I don't want to share you, whatever their story happens to be at that time, then you at that time can make the decision if you want to invite her into your life and have a relationship or potential kids with her or whatever, right? Where do you live? You live in the States?
Yeah, Southern US. So luckily in a place where there are women that are looking for more long-term versus short-term
Yeah.
opportunities.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, Chase. I mean, you're at a good time in your life. You got your head squared away. You're young. You know the content, and it just seems like you've got to move to another stage of your life where it's like LTR time. And it's like, look, dude, the thing with long-term relationships is if you're going to abandon variety and having other women in your life, she better be a compliment to your life, especially if she's one of these chicks that demands monogamy, from you. Make sure it's not a demand that you're fulfilling. Make sure it's a choice that you're making. But at the same time, dude, she better worship the ground that you walk on if you're the kind of guy that you say that you are in the direction that you're going. Don't take bullshit from anybody.
Yeah, no, I agree. I appreciate it, Rich.
All right, my man. Thanks for hopping in, man. I really hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full-length podcast, you can find that over here, that clip's from. If you're newer to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe over here, and pin down below in the top comment, you'll find a bunch of useful links to my website, my supplement line, books, and a bunch of other stuff. Have an amazing day. Peace out.